Hey, what's going on, everybody? You got the old Mongo man just chilling in the house here this evening. Kind of took a low-key Christmas here. I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, depending on what time you're getting to see this. But tomorrow, I have the rest of next week off. It is now Sunday evening, and I have next week off. So we're going to be hitting Pat real hard, trying to get as much done as we possibly can. But I have been working. Got most of the interior all cleaned up. Most of it's painted, at least got the first coat on it. And then tonight I came up here to the house, and actually we went out to Irwin today and bought some parts. I got a hood for BOV1. I got the steering column for Pat and a standard dash cluster. So I wanted to make sure that we got the right dash cluster in the truck, specifically with the tachometer and the blackout plate for the Prendle switch. So we got that all figured out and got it figured up. And this is what I did here this evening. As you can see here, we did get that tachometer put in there. Sorry for the glare. I'm trying to find a spot where there is no glare. Aha, that's pretty good right there. So we got the tachometer in it, got the blockout plate in it. That is the factory speedometer that was in it with the factory mileage, 100,450 miles. That's what was on Pat, and these are the factory gauges. On these gauges, interesting little story. I always like to repaint my needles, so I did that. As you can see, all those needles are nice and clean. And KJ and I discussed putting a red line on this, so we just painted the lines there red. 50, 5,500, and 6,000. 306, getting it up to 5,000 RPM. You're really going to be doing something. But I had this thing all apart. Interesting little fact is on these, the tachometer actually requires this little board here, and on the factory dash without the tack, it doesn't have it. And there is the pieces that are left over from the install here. That actually is the original Prendle switch and the original circuit board, but the other stuff there is all from the donor dash that I ended up purchasing today. Like I was telling KJ, these dashes, to get a dash with the tachometer in it, a good dash with a tachometer in it, you're going to end up spending anywhere, $200, something like that. And having restored this dash, and this not obviously, this isn't my first bullnose restoration that I've done, or is this the first bullnose dash I've had apart? You can see that it's not terribly complicated. It's just you got to put everything back where it was. Cleaned all the light bulbs up. You can see the light bulbs down in there for all the different things that there's going to be. The ends here, I believe one of these is a 4-wheel drive. And I forget what the other one is for, but at any rate, that's what we got done here tonight. So yeah, this will be the beginning of a video for tomorrow, being for Monday evening. Like I said, I'm hoping to spend most of the day out there Monday, trying to get this, get the dash put back together and back in it anyway. I do have to run down to Wellsburg and pick up the correct heater core. I did get a heater core from the Advance Auto in McKees Rocks, but it was for a AC truck, so I had to get the right one ordered up. And it just so happens that against my better judgment, I went to the Advance Auto in Wellsburg to do so. So they should have it in tomorrow by 9 o'clock. Hopefully they do. Run down there and pick that up, and then I can start putting that dash back together and getting this thing well on its way to going back together. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys and gals, you got the old Mongo man out in Mongo's garage Monday afternoon. I do have this week off. This is the week between Christmas and New Year's, but it didn't start off exactly how I wanted it to. This morning I woke up and I was devoid of all sense of smell and taste. Yeah, that's right. You guys figured it out. Went into MedExpress and was tested, and they told me that I am COVID positive. So I am currently out in Mongo's garage. What's the word I'm looking for? Doing the old Mongo quarantine. But while we're out here, we're tinkering with some little things. Mainly this blue truck here behind me. Let's talk about what I got done here today while infected. You guys have seen the dash. We did get the dash painted, and I'm actually very happy with that paint that we chose. I don't so much like the color, but the paint itself, as far as the durability from what it feels like on this plastic, it actually feels pretty nice. I'm sure it'll scratch, but so far so good. Again, not a fan of the color, but it is a baby blue truck, and that's a baby blue dash, just a little darker than the truck, so it ought to look real good. I mean, we did all the interior pieces in it, so it's all gonna match. And then what you also saw here, like we said, KJ painted all the guts of that dash, so they're all black. It's gonna need wiped off. I put everything together here today. So we got that portion of it done, and then I came over here to the cab and been tinkering here a little bit. We got the HVAC system in it, and the vents on the left and right hand sides. Of course, you guys saw that all the pedals have been installed, and it does have a neutral, clutch safety switch on it there, and a brake light switch, so all that stuff is in place. The controls for the heat are in place. Come out on the outside here, you can see that we did get the new master cylinder and booster are in place and on there. Clutch master cylinder is in. And there's the outer air box with the new heater core in it. I had to get a little creative here with this cable because the ends were different. Because when KJ was moving the cab around, he broke these off of the other one, and it had a hole in it down here, and I didn't want to leave it like that. So that's actually off of a 1980 Ford, and now it's on the 86. A couple little differences. Like I said, the cables were different, but other than that, it worked out really well. You can see inside here, everything looks good from this angle. And there's that driver's side vent over on that side. The other thing that we did get done was got the VIN tag mounted back on the cab. Be able to see it there. So next I'm going to be working on putting the dash back together, getting this manual column cleaned up and ready to install, but I have to put the dash in it first before the column can go in. And then get all the wiring harnesses and stuff cleaned up and figured out, put back in the dash, and we can get that dash back in there hopefully tomorrow. Once the dash is in it and all that's done, I can go ahead and put the windshield back in it, and essentially the cab can go back on the frame. So hopefully maybe tomorrow night or Wednesday, we'll see the cab sitting back on the frame of old Pat here. Yeah, coming along here pretty nicely. Every little bit counts. All right, I'm gonna put a video together of what I got done last night in here today. And you guys keep up with us this week. Make sure we're staying active, making sure we're not, just sitting around waiting for, I don't know, who knows. All right, guys, Mongo Man's out.